In this CineGuru MAX tutorial, we're going to take a look at how you can control music through an action text. So in the previous tutorial, we set up a simple scene where two actors talk to each other and they walk between a couple of marks. So here's what that looks like.
General, there's a problem in Sector 34. The main door won't unlock for any personnel.
That's the door down the hall, isn't it?
Yes, the big green shutter door.
Luckily for you, I can open it from here.
So not a bad scene at the moment, but it's lacking a little bit of drama. So what I want to do is add a music track to play over this that's triggered at the same time that the actors are. So we've got a few commands in CineGuru MAX that control that, but the first thing we need to do is specify the music track that we want to play. So at the very beginning of your action text, you should type in music, comma, and then the path to the track that you want to play. So we're going to use a track that comes with CineGuru MAX. It's located within the music folder of Audio Bank. So I'm going to type in Audio Bank, and then the subfolder is music. Make sure to add 2 slashes rather than 1. And then the file itself is called outside.og. And then we also need to put in a comma and put in the length of the track in milliseconds. So you might need to use an audio tool like Audacity or WavePad or something to find out the exact length of the track. This is because it may loop, so CineGuru MAX needs to know how long the track is in order to loop it correctly. So I know for a fact that this track is 29,536 milliseconds, so it's just under 30 seconds long. So now that we've specified our track, we now need to add in a command to play the track. So the command to do that is called mplay. And what I want to do is put mplay in at the very beginning. So as soon as these actors are triggered, the music should start playing. So what I'm actually going to do is go down to Jane's first line, and where it says Jane move mark 1, I'm going to add mplay. And then I'm also going to add a pipe and specify 3000 as the length of time it'll take for the track to fade in. So the music doesn't start straight away. Well, I guess it would if you typed in 1 or something, but we want ours to fade in gradually. So mplay pipe 3000 basically says fade this track in over 3 seconds. So as she walks over to Bob, the track is going to fade in and it's going to play at full volume. So it might be a bit loud at the moment, but let's just take a listen.
General, there's a problem in Sector 34. The main door won't unlock for any personnel.
That's the door down the hall, isn't it?
Yes, the big green shutter door.
Luckily for you, I can open it from here.
And the track just continues to play. So the first thing I want to do is actually reduce the volume of the track. So what I'm going to do is add in a new command that's going to be called mvol. Mvol basically fades the track out over a designated amount of time. So mvol, music volume, pipe. We need to specify how quiet the music should be, so I'm going to drop it to 40% volume, and I'm going to do that over the course of 2 seconds. And you'll notice I've put that in after the move to mark 1. So once Jane reaches her mark, then the audio will fade out over 2 seconds. This is also while she's saying her first line, so the music will kind of fade out quite quickly as she says her first line. So now it's probably easier to hear what she's saying.
General, there's a problem in Sector 34. The main door won't unlock for any personnel.
That's the door down the hall, isn't it?
Yes, the big green shutter door.
Luckily for you, I can open it from here.
Okay, so if we just go back to that final part of the sequence, when Bob says his final line, what we want to do is increase the volume after that for a little bit. So we could go in and we could write mvol 100 and then over, let's say, 2 seconds. That will probably happen at the same time as he's speaking, so perhaps we'll just delay that by 3 seconds just to give him a chance to get his final line out, and then the music will increase in volume for a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a delay for the moment and have that be, let's say, 5 seconds. So we'll get 5 seconds of the music playing at 100%, and then if you want to stop the music, you can type in simply mstop, and then again it's a pipe character, and you specify a fade out for the music. So if I was to type in 2500, that's a 2.5 second fade out. So now they're going to go through their sequence with the music being a little bit reduced and easier for them to hear, and then once Bob has said his final line, it's then going to increase in volume back to 100%, and then after 5 seconds it's going to fade out to nothing. So we'll just save that and have a quick watch.
General, there's a problem in Sector 34. The main door won't unlock for any personnel.
That's the door down the hall, isn't it?
Yes, the big green shutter door.
Luckily for you, I can open it from here.
So you heard there that the music increased in volume for a little bit and then it faded out over the course of 2.5 seconds. So that's how you can control music within an action text. But what we're going to do in the next tutorial is take a look at subtitles to make it a little bit easier and more accessible for your audience to understand what your characters are saying.